Hello, I'm Anna, the Yarn Randomizer, and this is just going to be a little Christmas knitting video. I'm going to go over my advent calendar and some of my Christmas knits for this year, and that's going to be it. You can find me on Instagram and Ravelry as the Yarn Randomizer. Same thing on in Gmail, and also down below there'll be all the information for my contacts and my, I think, a spread shop down there and everything. But whatever the case, I just wanted to get out a couple of real quick videos between my regular videos centered around Christmas related stuff. So let's get right down to it. I only do one Christmas Advent a year. So if you're used to people showing like 15 Advents, that's not what's going to happen here. I just have one, and I'll do maybe an unpopular opinion or confession right here is I decided after the last Advent that I got that I was more interested in an Advent that had kind of little knitting tools or things like that with it, and less about yarn, because by knitting I create a lot of minis myself, and so I'm not really interested in a 24 mini skein and a large skein kind of deal for Advent. So this is going to be a little different from maybe what you're seeing on other people Advent, but let's get to it. So I did the twice sheared sheep Advent for this year after doing their surprise box during the, I think, was it, March, June, and I think September. She has a little 3 box thing where you can get one every 3 months. And I really enjoyed that, and I've liked some of her tools, so I decided to try her Advent this year. And this first year I've tried it. So we're gonna go through days 1 through, let's see, today is the 7th. So we'll go through the first 7 days. This will be online tomorrow, so it won't spoil things for anybody. So first day was a little cup, a little cooler cup, sloth mode activated. And it's one of those insulated type of cups with a kind of a drip proof lid. It doesn't have the sliding part there, just a little sip, sort of like a little sip spot. And so yeah, so help keep your hot chocolate warm and let you kind of relax and be in sloth mode. So that was from day 1. All right, day 2 were these little wooden ornaments that you can stitch through. There were 2 of them, and they have a little diagram, so it's got instructions that came with it. Let me put that up there. And they have a diagram for it, and so I'm going to decide kind of what yarn I want to use and if I want to use their diagram or do something else. So that was the second day. On the third day, it was a little metal tin with a really cute illustration. And these, I've got a few of these, and they're really useful for holding various things. It's a slide cover that clicks on really nicely. And then I feel like I'm going through these really fast. For the 4th day, there was this is a kind of a row counting, she calls it stitch marker, yeah, chain row counter. And so basically you can use putting your needle through the chain that's attached to the number to indicate what row you're on. So if you're repeating increases every however many rows or that kind of thing, whatever you're doing as far as counting rows, you can use this to do it. And there's she's got a nice video about how to use these. She's got a little clip-on stitch marker here, so you can even indicate 10s and 20s and that kind of stuff. So I'll link to her shop below, and I'll also link to the video that shows how to use these. But it's this one has a cute little dog on there. Let's see if I can get that to focus. Yeah, there we go. And it's really adorable. I think Odo appreciates it, right? Now, on the 5th day, there were these yarn bobbins shaped like little wiener dogs or dachshunds. Whoa, just about dropped it. Okay, but yeah, I got 2 of those for the, that was the 5th day. And again, dog related. I'm getting the feeling there's a pet theme to this advent calendar. And then on the 6th day, even though I normally am like, I don't care that much about getting yarn, I got this. This was the skein of yarn that was available. And as you can see, it's a nice gradiated yarn. This is, it's F-R-E-I-A, Freya Fine Hand Paints. I'm going to try to wake up my computer here. Hopefully not start that video. There we go. And so it is what they call a minikin, and it is sport, and there are 76 yards in this. Now, as soon as I saw this, you know, the wheels started turning, because this is just so adorable and so cute. And I looked around, and you know, I've been looking at that pressed flowers pattern a few times now. It turns out there's a pressed flowers hat pattern, and this is exactly the amount you need for the flowers, for the contrast color. And so I'm thinking this would go perfectly combined with a yarn in my stash to make a pressed flowers hat. So I was actually really excited about this skein. It is really cool. So this was the 6th day. Now, today is the 7th day, and what I got today, I kind of gasped as soon as I opened up the box and saw this. And now if you open it up and you can feel something rattling around in here, it's a really cool needle container, and it came with 3 darning needles in it, which I thought was great. This is such a nice needle holder, just so cool looking. So yeah. So that's the first 7 days of my Advent. In 2 weeks, I'll go over the next 14 days. And we'll go over, I'll save those to go over in these videos. And so finally, so that is my Advent so far. I have been thrilled with it. I think it's been wonderful. So highly recommend it. Twice sheared sheep. It's been lovely. Now, let's see. So Christmas gifts. I'm peeking back here. You might be able to see some emotional support chickens back here. And so 2 of these are getting shipped off soon. There's one as Christmas presents. So this one is going to my sons. And so I'll be shipping that off down to Austin, Texas shortly. I'll let you sit back there. And then this one is going to my stepdaughter. And that'll be in, I can't remember if it's I've got her address. I think it's South Carolina. And so this will be for her. She is in the National Guard, and so this is her red, white, and blue emotional support chicken. So I hope she enjoys that. So those I've had finished for a while, and so finally they're getting ready to ship out. Now, I think for the most part that covers the knitting I'm doing for Christmas this year. I actually am having a really nice time because I'm not knitting any Advent project. And I'm just doing my, you know, whatever it is I want to do and want to work on, doing selfish knitting. But then I kind of couldn't resist casting on at least one hat for my husband. Now, actually, I did make him, and I have it right over there. Give me just a second. I did make my husband a brio clava. And so this... And this thing looks huge. I didn't make it any bigger than normal, but this will definitely fit him really well. He wears like, I don't know, it's a really large hat size and stuff. So this I think will fit him really well. So this is his Christmas gift. Now he knows about this one because he's seen me knitting on it and knows about it and everything. But it'll still go in a package for him under the tree. But I have just been, I think I had mentioned in one of my episodes, I've been itching to knit hats, and so I decided to knit him another hat. So I thought, I know we'll go over this in the next episode, but I thought I'd give you a little preview here. I am using some Knit Picks Wool of the Andes in this really beautiful solar flare heather to make him a hat. Now I am doing the Manhattan hat. I'll stick that in there. And so it calls for a what do they call it? No, a tubular cast on. Now there are, I think, different ways to do a tubular cast on. I think the kind that you do where you just kind of cast it onto the needle and work with it can be a little fiddly and stuff. And so after doing this type of cast on, what I do is I do a crochet provisional cast on, so you can see it here, and you can see how that's a crochet chain. So you kind of crochet over the needle and make loops on the needle to knit with. For a tubular cast on, you do half the number of stitches, maybe sometimes +1, depending on if you're doing it flat or in the round. And there's a whole method to creating the tubular cast on off of that provisional, which I've done. The cool thing about this is I can just take this strand of yarn used to start this provisional cast on, waste yarn, this kind of waste yarn, and I can just pull it off now, and it's absolutely fine. It's ready to go. I'll just have to weave in the one orange end over here. But I just think it looks so neat the way it looks on that cast on. And it'll produce, you can see it's got a really nice, once that crochet chain is off, it's going to be a super stretchy bottom edge for the hat. So now I'm doing the version of this hat that's going to have roll over fold over twice, not just once. There'll be 3 layers next to the head. So I have to knit this 12.5 inches. So we'll see if I can get that done for Christmas or not. Even if I don't get it done, I'm going to do what some folks talk about doing, and that is putting an unfinished gift in a box and giving it to him for Christmas, so he knows, he sees what it is, and it's in progress and it'll be finished soon. So that's my last gift knit, I think, for this year. Otherwise, I do a lot of giving with that. I'm not affiliated or anything like this, but I do a lot of giving for my kids and for my husband's kids with nuts. I sent a bunch of the stuff from nuts.com to them and my brother. And so I think they'll be all set for Christmas snacks. That's all been, I've set it up now. You can set it up with them. You can have them deliver it on a specific day. And I've set it up and everything. So I've been using them for well over 10 years. And I can't recommend them enough for the quality of the foods and treats and stuff there. But other than that, that's my plug. I don't get anything from it, but I'm a very happy customer. So this is my first Christmas episode. I hope you enjoyed it and maybe saw something interesting and stuff. But in the meantime, I think I will wish you that you enjoy your knits.